And now if we do it, it'll come out false.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, can't win.
Good morning, but it's actually not morning. It's 12 o'clock in Gibraltar, and we are here today for the Ignite Show. I'm calling it the Ignite Show because it's not breakfast anymore. So, what do we have to talk about today?
Well, first and foremost, I think, is our beta platform and how that's gone. It's been up and running now for a week. We've had excellent feedback from our community. Keep going, guys.
It hasn't broken yet.
No, which is really good. So we've added in 50 more users as of this morning.
Yep.
It's looking so stable, in fact, that I think we're going to look to accelerate a little bit the number of users that we add for week 3. So we're going to lower the threshold of the amount of Ignite that you need to hold to access the beta to 250. So down from 500 Ignite to 250 Ignite. Ignite X won't cut it. So if you have your holdings in Ignite X, you'll need to convert back a minimum of 250. Hang on, we'll do the math now. 25,000 back to 250 Ignite, and that will then give you access to the platform. So when you sign up to the beta testing form, which Florin will put the address in here, and it'll be in the description as always. When you sign up, please include your wallet address, because what we do is we scan those wallets to make sure that you do in fact qualify for the beta test. So we're looking for those 250 Ignite. So make sure they're in that wallet. Make sure you use the right wallet, and then you will receive an email towards the end of this week to say congratulations, you'll be switched on. Maybe even before next week. Maybe we can get a few more users in before the weekend. So let's see. So that's the first thing to talk about the beta platform. Secondly is new features. We're rocking and rolling with the dev work. Yeah. Hopefully by the end of next week we will have quite a big update actually, which will include the detailed asset view, which will basically completely change the way our users are currently looking at and reviewing and rating assets. You'll have much more information. You'll have much more in-depth content to work with. You'll have links to all of our project's social media channels. You'll have links to white papers, etc., all within the Ignite ratings platform, so without having to leave the page. So I'm really super excited for that one. On top of that, and we were hoping to do this week, but there's no point doing it this week and then having to do it again next week when we have the big update. The site should be fully mobile responsive as of next week. So as of the end of next week, you guys need to start loading this stuff up on your tablets, on your phones, and we need to start trying to break it all over again on different devices. So that'll be really, 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 really fun. And maybe there might be a slight user interface refresh as well. We're playing with a couple of ideas, and there's some really, really slick things coming. So that's it, I think, for
I'm actually really impressed that we're moving ahead so quick. Yeah. That the devs, are really on it. Yeah. I mean, there's features that we weren't expecting to have.
There's stuff that they've told me I'm not allowed to talk about as well, that I know should be up and running in about maybe 4 weeks or so. Yeah. And when they told me that, it blew my mind, because I actually wasn't expecting even to have it ready for the release candidate in the summer. So some of what they're saying should be ready in the next 4 to 6 weeks. That's it. I'm not allowed to say anymore. They'll kill me if I say anymore. But I'm really looking forward to it.
That's good.
It's super good. So guys, really if you haven't signed up already, why not? Come and play. Come and test the platform with us. The link is there. The link is in the description. Make sure you've got the right number of Ignite. It's that simple. Make sure you use an email address that you have access to, so that you can get notifications of when you get access to the platform. That's all we need to do. What should we talk about now?
Exchanges?
Let's talk about exchanges.
Ooh,
we've had a week of it, unfortunately.
We've had some fun with exchanges. So, big question. I see it on Telegram all the time. When exchanges, when Binance, when whatever. Well, we were very happy to let you know that we will be on DDEX today, which is a phenomenal up-and-coming exchange. I mean, this exchange, for being decentralized, is really, really user-friendly. Super dead easy to interact with MetaMask. You just load that in your browser, and you can immediately start trading.
Or a Ledger wallet.
Yeah, or Ledger. You can use Ledger also. Yeah, what's great about this is that we've all had those experiences where we send money to Kraken, and then they have that 501 gateway error Cloudflare thing, and then you can't access your funds or anything to even move it to another exchange. So using a decentralized exchange, you avoid that whole kind of nightmare, because the funds are actually just sat in your own wallet, and you only interact with the platform when you want to make a trade, and it goes back into your wallet. Yeah. So it does this via smart contracts, doesn't it? It's all swap contracts.
So the nice thing about DDEX is it's a 0x protocol exchange. I won't go into the full details of what that means right now for the purposes of this video, but it functions slightly differently to other decentralized exchanges that you guys might be used to, such as IDEX or Fork Delta, which often requires a lot of sending tokens to a deposit contract, and then from there you have a deposit account you can then trade from, like Chris says. With the ZeroX protocol, it feels like using a centralized exchange. It's one button, buying and selling, straight from your wallet. So it's really cool.
And the volume is picking up on that exchange as well.
Yeah, we had the actual listing offer from them about 4 or 5 weeks ago now. I actually mentioned it in one of the earlier videos that we were going to be.
But it was just like pointless because there's no volume now.
Yeah, the volume was low at the time, and also we were focusing on our beta launch, obviously. But now their volume is up. It's above $2 million a day now, so it's really decent volume.
And I think it's going to pick up more.
I think this will be. I think DDEX, along with some of the other ZeroX exchanges like Radar Relay is another good one. I think those will definitely be the decentralized exchange of the future. That's the way the market's heading. IDEX was there unfortunately last week, boasting about their $20 million daily volume, and the next day everything fell over. So. And it hasn't come back. And it hasn't come back since.
Do you know what was a good thing is
we recognise that as a problem, which is why we've.
We were getting nice volume on IDEX.
We were
getting nice volume, and for me, you could put a little chart in. Our price was creeping up. I mean, the performance on IDEX was doing pretty good once we removed ourselves from Bancor. You just saw it immediately. It just started climbing. So
if I was doing a chart, it'd be this way.
Oh yeah, this way, not that way, because then it would be down, I guess. Anyway, you want it to be going up. When you do it, make sure token price up. So yeah, so anyway, IDEX not working. Now we're on DDEX. Looks to be working really nice, and I hope that you guys all start to trade there and make some money via that platform. Good news is we were also talking to several centralized exchanges, some bigger names with more volume, but we cannot say anything yet. But it's looking good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's looking good. And also one other interesting, disruptive, up and coming exchange, which hopefully we'll be able to have some news about that in the coming days.
Yeah.
Nice thing about that one, again, we can't mention who they are. Again, they're starting small, but they're aggressive, and they're actually gaining traction, gaining volume quite quickly. They've not been live all that long, but it will offer new currency pairs for IgniteX. So you'll be able to trade IgniteX against Bitcoin, against Litecoin, etc. So that's super cool.
Yeah, that is very good. So
and that's that for that.
Yeah, that's exchanges. So what else do we have to talk about?
So let's get into the news a little bit. Let's talk about what's been happening in crypto this week. So for me, the thing I want to talk about, the thing that's had me scratching my head this week, was the SEC meeting that never was.
That was a great meeting. Yeah.
It dominated the news at the weekend. It caused a pump and it caused a dump.
Well, that's just come to be crypto, isn't it? It seems like every week there's another fake news or some great milestone event that's going to take place. It's going to put crypto on top of its head or lift it to the top of some mountain peak somewhere, and it's half the time it's garbage. It's
but
fake.
that literally in 24 to 48 hours that spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
Absolute wildfire. And I don't know what the source was. Don't know where it came from. Someone somewhere orchestrated a little bit of FUD, or they were.
You know what's interesting though is how does it spread like wildfire? I mean, this is where I'm trying to get my head around. It's like why are the news that like Cointelegraph or whoever it is.
Yeah.
Why are they spreading this without doing any research to know if it's actually accurate or not? It seems to be that is the recurring theme in crypto where someone says something like, Mickey Mouse is going to invest in crypto this week or something, and it becomes fact because they all start talking about it, they all start spreading it, and they don't actually, research if it's the case or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard Elon Musk was going to buy like a huge blockchain exchange, and it's really impressive. You heard about it?
No, I've not heard that one.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. Watch how quick that spreads.
Oh, so you heard it here first. Okay, that's right. We're missing the point there. Conversely, in actual real news, or what seems to be real news, and which you would think would be moving the markets, but it hasn't yet, so maybe it's a slow burner. ICE, who owns the New York Stock Exchange, have more than hinted at the fact that they are in the process of creating their own cryptocurrency exchange. Now that should be moving the market, surely. That's legitimacy within the space.
It should be, yeah. I think that's a great move. I mean, if that is real news, then that...
Because you would assume we're talking an SEC regulated cryptocurrency exchange. You would assume. So you have all sorts of options then for security tokens and.
I think that if that is real news, that it will light the market on fire.
We'll see.
You will see every I mean, what that actually opens up is everyone who's currently selling stocks and bonds and all that traditional stuff. Now they can say, hey, you know what? We could offer you crypto as well. And that is big, because I mean, what's happened over the past few months really is that there was a huge entry of new retail investors into crypto.
Yeah.
And this happened around December time. You know, everyone's meeting up for the holidays. Go, oh, I made this much money on Bitcoin, and you know, Uncle Bob needs to start investing, and you know, this guy, and they all start talking, and the price starts creeping up. Right. Now, what happened to those guys?
Everyone got scared off.
They got scared off because the price dumped 60%, and you know that type. You know, the typical guy cannot handle or stomach that type of swing. You know, the new market. The new player in the market who hasn't experienced the volatility of crypto just can't stomach that, and they get turned off to it. You know, so that has happened in December, and I think a lot of those guys are washed out and have sold and have said, you know, I had enough of crypto. So we need to get those guys back into crypto, and I think the only way that will really happen is institutional investors starting to trade it and seeing kind of like the so-called smart money entering the space, and then all the big brokers also starting to offer it to those,
which we're starting to see with Goldman, etc. Yeah.
So I think that those guys will get roped back in, just because it's kind of, you know, a little bit of a follow the leader type thing. And once they re-enter, I think we'll start to see like an exponential rise again in the markets.
Okay.
Very likely.
But yeah, I said that's something that starts.
Again, is that real news or not?
We think so. It started off as a rumor. I think early yesterday morning was the first we heard of it, and then it seemed to be kind of confirmed by ICE themselves. Who knows?
Well, it's a good thing for us to talk about on Ignite. Absolutely. Yeah, we should see. Let's see what our community thinks. Is that rumor true, or is it fake news?
Who knows? So guys, thank you very much for joining us again. I will leave you, as I have done for the last couple of weeks, with a plea to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the button that will appear somewhere here, or hit the link below. Beta testing is still open. It's still ongoing. Please, please, please sign up. There's the link again. It's also in our description. Let's get as many people using that platform as possible.
Regarding YouTube,
yes.
If there's something you want us to talk about, please let us know. We do not just need to talk about Ignite. We could talk about fake news. We could talk about real news. We could talk about really anything.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So just let us know. Put it in the comment box. Tell us on Telegram, and we're happy to chat about
anyone you'd like us to reach out to try and arrange an interview.
Interviews. We can do all that fun stuff. So just let us know, and we're happy to arrange it. We like doing these shows. We want to keep on doing them, but we want to see you guys watch them.
So yeah, share
it. Yeah.
Share the videos.
Share it. Facebook it.
Okay.
Smash up the likes.
Come on. Yeah. That's enough. Thanks guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again soon. Bye.